Hello, this is wmpyr. For today's lesson, we're going to be using this guy right here, a belt. We're going to be using the belt as an improvised weapon. Not all belts are made the same. In a crisis situation, you're going to use whatever belt you can find, obviously. However, it's also good to know what is a good quality belt to use for this kind of situation. And if that's what you normally wear, then that's more plus for you. So it's good to have this kind of knowledge. All right, so what I'm looking for is a belt made of relatively strong leather, okay? And this is the kind that has the buckle like this, and it has the holes going through over here. So this is the kind of thing that I'm looking for. And like I said, this one is pretty sturdy, and you need to know just how strong your belt is. All right, so the first thing is go ahead and get your belt and just basically fold it in half like so, and then you're going to grab it somewhere around there and then just use it like so, like this. All right, I think that's pretty common. This is probably very natural for a lot of people, and you know, that's fine. The only thing that I want to add with this is, yes, you could probably hit pretty freaking hard with this. I bet it could be very, very painful, okay? And if you are skilled enough, not only can you hit this way, but you could also hit this way as well. You could actually make use of using the loop itself as an attacking device. All right, so the main idea here that I want to pass on to you guys is when using it like so, you're going to treat this as a jab. All right, so boom, 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 no matter how fast you're striking, if you treat this as a jab, you're not going to stand there toe-to-toe with the guy and hope that this is going to cause enough damage while the other guy, let's say, is willing to take the hit and they're ready to slug with you, so they're going to drop some big bombs. I don't want to do that kind of exchange. If I treat this as a jab, I would never do that. I wouldn't just jab the guy while the other guy's throwing big bombs, right? The way I would use the jab is I would jab and get out of there, you know, and make him reach for me, overswing, and jab, jab, and get the heck out. So I would use this the same way. So if I'm using it like this, I got a nice reach now. This is nice and fast, so I could use it like a jab, but I got to get out of there. So the other method is to use the buckle right here. As you can imagine, it's going to cause more damage. This is definitely going to be more ideal in a sense, but one thing to understand is kind of like the nunchucks, okay? If you're holding it right here, yes, you're going to have lots of power. The only problem is you're not going to have control, so you have to make up for it with a whole lot of skill. The closer you go, like the more you shorten it up and you hold it like this, the more control you'll have. And in fact, if you do something like this, even more control. Okay, so that's what we're going to go with here. We're going to use it like so, like this. When I hold it, basically you fold it in half like so, and then you fold it a little bit like this, maybe around here, and I like to grab this area. And so here's the buckle, and then I like to have this kind of as a distraction. So the two are going to be coming at them that way. But this gives me a nice handle right here. It's short enough that I have enough control. So let's work with it this way. All right, so now we're going to actually utilize the buckle to our advantage. So we're going to go with the 5 angles of attack, just like the sticks. This is our stick skills being put to the belt, which is our improvised weapon. So we'll start off with 1, 2, 3, 4, and then number 5 is a stab, but in this case, we're not going to use this as a stabbing, so why don't we just throw a punch right there. So just throw a straight punch. If you twist, this might come back and hit you, so that's something you have to kind of feel out with your belt, and that's also something you have to experience and know. So if you throw this kind of punch, then this goes forwards, the buckle goes forwards, and it hasn't been a problem for me using it that way. So anyway, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5. 5's my punch that way, all right? The other thing is, even though I said stabbing isn't really my primary interest here when using it this way, you would be surprised at what this is capable of. So you need to test it out, see it what your belt and how it feels to you. But for me, I wouldn't take it out of the equation. That feels pretty good to me. And hammer fist even better, because if you look at it, the belt is double looped right there, so it kind of gives it some nice padding right there. I'd rather hammer fist like this than with my bare fist. So this is actually a plus for me, a pretty good plus. And forwards, I have a little loop right there too. So once again, I wouldn't take that out of the equation. Alright, so that's it for now. Thank you for watching, and take care, folks.